Hey Jeff.
Hello there.
Doing great. Hey, it's been 3 days of October. How does it feel to be rich again?
Pretty good.
I feel great. Thank you, Mother Jefferson.
Maybe I'll apologize to Adele in person because the night that I got really pissy with him, I had been having a good time because I was drinking all peony, and then when it ran out, I went to the Topo Chicos and just went into full on white trash mode,
Look at the fucking wine I'm serving. I'm fucking wining and dining you.
and then just wanted to fight and pick fights. So that's what happened. That he doesn't remember. He's got kids and in purpose.
Have you ever heard of Bitcoin?
Bitcoin?
Bitcoin is a swarm of sewer rats.
Your ATM is safe, your banks are safe, there is an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve.
It is my humble opinion, and there's nothing humble about me. Bitcoin will go to fucking zero.
Is it a currency?
Or is it more like a stock?
Or is it just stupid?
Bitcoin has rallied so much this year. Traditional money managers are getting more and more worried about the digital currencies.
Bitcoin is worthless artificial gold.
The price of a single Bitcoin has climbed above $100,000 for the first time after rising nearly 140% this year.
SoakQuest, only on Nostr.
This goes like all these topics. You could go at whatever level, and you could keep going all the way down to the sand. But then once you get to the sand, you realize it's true, and it changes your frame. Right? What's really happening is we are changing to understand something that's never existed. Is what's happening, and through that change. So why do people see? Why early on would it be normal for people to see Bitcoin as an asset, and they only see it as an asset? Because money's always been broken. People always needed an asset to protect themselves from money being broken. Right? So those things that became assets were directly because you couldn't store your money in money. And but you keep going with that, right? You couldn't store your money in money ever. So you had to store it in gold, or you had to store it in a house, or you had to store it in something else. And anybody who didn't store it in that got their money stolen. So what would happen to the asset because money was broken? The asset would appear to be
The ultimate weapon.
That's why I start from a different place. That's why I always start from the natural state of the free market is deflation. And you know what you both just did right then? And you guys have heard me say this before. But even if you hadn't heard me say that before, what I find is your subconscious response when you say it to 100 people, just say it to that aren't Bitcoiners. Their subconscious response when you hear something that's true will do that. And they know it's true, right? Even if they can't explain why, their subconscious knows it's true. But so now you're outside of the system, and you say, okay, so if that's true, then you've never lived in a system that describes that truth. So it would be normal. It would be absolutely normal if you've never lived in a system to try to tie one thing to your other previous knowledge. That's why this is so hard for people, because they're looking out at the world that they've always lived in, and you construct your model of the world from your past reality. And everyone does this. Every single person does this. It's why new knowledge that's outside of that knowledge is always fought from a previous path, because it's outside of people's belief system. And your individual belief system, I know we're going on a tangent here, but it's probably important. Your individual belief system is a sum total of kind of, if you said your parents, their parents, and all of the things that happened to them, they taught you, and this is what you believe, and you have an aperture of what you know is going to happen from your past. And that doesn't mean that any one of us couldn't go from a 0 to 1 moment where everything changes and we could create something totally different.
It's not that controversial to kind of wait on what I call the fuckery. Like, we're waiting on how Bitcoiners become the social pariah, or why they're contributing to the wage gap. That's not a difficult stretch to expect our media to kind of proliferate. One of the things that really concerns me about CBDC and how I think specifically the medium exchange combats it is that we know JP Morgan's going to have their coin. We know that all these stable coins are going to keep popping up. Every bank is going to try to have their stable coin.
Is it stable? Yes, it's stable.
And I think where the weakness is in the medium exchange for Bitcoiners is that it doesn't seem that trivial to decide at a terminal level which CBDC gets exchanged. It doesn't seem that trivial at a bank account level to get UBI through your CBDC, right? And buy your groceries and allow you to get whatever you need, and kind of furthering the misinformation that inflation is bad. Like, they can wait us out and they can spend another 10 years giving people UBI through CBDCs and not allow the world to kind of catch up to where we are, which is inflation is awful. Deflation is the natural state. But that's, to me, how we can kind of be waited out in this game, is that you just wait out the medium exchange to never take place, to never reach critical mass, and everybody gets standardized on the UBI through a CBDC. So just kind of wondering if you don't mind kind of riffing on that concern. Is it credible? Is it not really? Like, what's much there?
We have never lived in the global free market, right? So we must be part of the problem. Sharp minds throughout history always knew debt was bad. A debt-based system has to expand. It steals money from you, but we always get caught. We always go back to war, we always reset it, kill all those people, and then think it's somebody else's fault, when it has to be our fault too. What in our brains has changed? We're the same meat monkeys, right?
Vegetable, meat, meat, vegetable, meat.
But I can't change what other people do. I can only change what I can do, right? And so I have no fear of what other people do. It's like zero, right? They'll do what they'll do. I just know that the world I want to live in looks like a world of truth. It looks like the free market, and so I'm going to do that every day. And people can do what they want to do every day. I don't judge them. I used to do something totally different, and I didn't know. Eventually, the people will come to this realization themselves. But until they do, they can do whatever they want to do. And they're getting repriced anyways.